Welcome to Embracing the Second Trimester, weeks 23 through 27. We are nearing the end of our second trimester together. How incredible has this been for you? Because it has definitely been a remarkable experience for me. As you can see, my belly has sprouted. Our babies go through quite a bit of a growth spurt through these last 4 weeks of our second trimester. And we're definitely experiencing the changes and the rapid expansion of our bellies. So, as we near the end of this program, embracing, let's just soften the body and come to a comfortable seated position on top of our bolsters. Getting any wiggles out of the upper body before we move into our intention setting and our breath work. And yeah, I'm feeling quite energized. And throughout this class, we're going to be actually experiencing a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to be throwing in some different variations of different sequences that we haven't practiced yet. So last little bit of opportunity in these next few weeks that we have to build strength in the pelvic floor and push our bodies a little bit more before we transition into the third trimester, and we want to begin, connecting to what is coming. So let's go ahead and ground down into the present moment. We're going to place the left palm over our heart space, right palm right underneath our navel, holding our little bundles of joy as they are still inside our bodies. Go ahead and soften your gaze and begin welcoming an intention to carry throughout your practice today. Your intention can be to be present in each posture, to release or to let go. Or maybe there is something you are seeking. Maybe you'd like your baby to move a little more. Speak to them. Tuning within, you're not only tuning into yourself in pregnancy, you are creating another heart, another life inside of your body. The magic that is happening. Anything that you think, feel, say, or do, your baby is receiving. And if there is any moment to be extremely present in our thoughts, it is now. And as you have this energetic intention flowing throughout your body, feeling it circulating, sending it to your own heart and your baby's heart, beating together as one. Growing together as one. and taking a moment of gratitude. And sending it to your baby. Thanking this new little soul for this incredible journey. All right, yoga mamas. What a beautiful moment to just simply be. We're going to be moving into our breath work for our practice today. So go ahead and lick the lips. We're going to be doing some cleansing breaths. So these are delicate breaths. They're soft inhales through the nasal passage and audible exhales through the mouth. That audible tone releases tension and tightness within your body naturally. That's why we call this a cleansing breath. So inhaling and audible exhales, and I'll do these next few with you. Deep breath in. Audible exhale. Inhale. And audible exhale. And taking these breaths slowly. There's no rush in breath work. We're just setting the tone for our practice and allowing our breath to become our guide. Filling the lungs up, feeling the chest rise with each inhale. And then as you're exhaling, releasing that breath in that audible tone, you're feeling your body sink and soften deeper into the present moment. Inhale and exhale. Feeling into a rhythm. So much so that your body moves with your breath. You feel that inhalation strengthening your spine. And then you feel that exhalation all the way down to your sit bones. Just cleansing. All we're doing is breathing in and breathing out. Very good. These breathing techniques are super beneficial for you when you get to birthing. So this is a good habit to build into your practice so that it will come naturally when you need it the most. And as you inhale, inhale with positive energy. And as you exhale, exhale any negative energy you may be feeling inside your body. honoring all of that powerful oxygen you are gifting yourself and your baby. All right, yoga mamas, good job. All right, licking the lips, getting any little movements that you need going. Taking your time here. It's a lot of breathing, a lot of cleansing, but it's all beneficial for you, and that's the beauty of it, right? That's why we're here doing this practice. Now let's go ahead and start moving our bodies. Grabbing your 2 blocks, we're gonna come into Malasana. So a lot of hip openers, and the reason why is we just want to release any tension and tightness we feel in our groin areas. You know, we want to have this ability to squat, to use gravity whenever it comes to birthing out our babies. So using the blocks as support to come off your bolster, lifting the hips up and down and just getting some movement, right? Soles of your feet are down on your mat to the best of your ability. And if you feel comfortable raising your hands up in prayer, you can sit back down on the bolster. And your breathing is through your nasal passage throughout the duration of your practice, because we want to preserve our energy. I'm going to move into a few different variations here. Wide leg straddle to begin. So your sit bones are at the edge of your bolster. We're going to take our right arm and place the forearm on top of our block. And the block is on the inside of the right leg. And reaching the left arm up and over. This is a nice supported side stretch that is also getting into the lower body. If you feel like going a little bit deeper, you can place the block on the outside of your right ankle and get a deeper extension. Always breathing. And creating all that powerful space in your lower abdomen for your baby. Going into the left side, placing the left forearm down on your block. And then reaching the right arm up and over, swimming motion. Make sure you're not dipping into the chest. So you want to have the chest open so the shoulder is reaching out behind. And then again, if you're seeking to go a little bit deeper into this posture, placing the block on the outside of your left ankle. Leaning deeper into this nice side body stretch. On an inhale, coming back up to center. Placing the left foot down, we're coming into a supported skandasana. Left arm tucks on the inside of the left knee. Right arm reaches up and over. And then Turning the left foot inward to the inner groin, we're going to do a nice little forward fold here. You might want to back your hip bones further back from your bolster. And then grab a block, placing it on each side for your forearms because we do not want to compress. But we are going to get into a little bit of a forward fold. But as you can see, there's a lot of space for the belly. So this is getting into the right hamstring. And then switching sides, coming back into the Skandasana. So the sole of your right foot comes down on your mat. Left foot is fully extended out. And then your right arm tucks into your right knee. Left arm comes up and over. Here for a few breaths. And then transitioning by bringing that right foot in. You can align it with your bolster, setting up your blocks for your support. In your open-hipped forward fold. You can keep your hands down on the blocks if you feel this pose is challenging for you. Dropping my forearms down just gives me a little bit more extension on from the base of the spine. So remember, this is your practice. Do what feels good for your body. We have that hormone relaxin circulating, creating a lot more flexibility. So start at the beginning of the pose and then work your way in and see how it feels. And then we're going to go ahead and move to standing yogis. So coming to the top of your mats, placing the feet hip distance apart and then bending the knees, sitting the hips down. This is chair pose. Okay? So we're getting off the mat and seeing how this feels in standing. Knees are spread just like they were in Malasana. You can rest your elbows on top of your knees and rocking your hips from side to side. And lots of movement, right? We don't need to stay still in one posture. Releasing the fingertips down, we're going to bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, and reach the right arm up and over. So getting a nice little spinal twist here, but as you can see, we're keeping a lot open in our twisting, opening up with our legs. So bending the right knee, extending the left leg straight, arm comes up, and then back into that little yogi squat. There we go. Now we're going to start to build up a little bit of fiery energy. So pumping in some squats. Make sure your feet are separated hip distance apart. You're bending the knees, sitting the hip bones down, and keeping the spine elongated. Okay, moving at your own pace. Be mindful of your knees here. This is like doing Kegels in a sort of sense. So you're building strength in the pelvic floor and your vaginal wall. Ina May Gaskin, who is a childbirth expert, claims that doing 300 squats a day is good for you. We're not going to do that, but we'll do like 30. Go ahead and do a little reset posture. That's what I like to call these, where you just kind of give in to that, reset the body so that we can come back up and then build the strength again. Bending the knees, sitting the hips down, hands are in prayer. Very good. Making sure that your stance and your foundation is in alignment. There you go. Do 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Coming back into that little reset. So just dropping the hips all the way down. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. I am so feeling this pose with you. It's so good though. So good for the body. We're going to do one more set though, yogis. We can do it. We can do it. Squats are good. All right, hands in prayer. We're doing 10. Bending the knees, sitting the hip bones down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good, yogis. Ooh, yeah. Go ahead and do a nice little forward fold. Let the upper body just dangle over the lower body. Slow rise up to the top, opening up that chest. So this is what I call kind of like a little sunrise and a sunset. So when you kind of get this whole little movement with the body, right? And then we're doing some spinal rolls. So how we're going to do this is bend the knees, lifting the head up, bending back. Very good. Pushing the belly forward. Lots of movements for the spine. Inhale, raising all the way up, dropping the head back, little back bend, bend the left knee, bend the right knee, sway the hips. Exhale, forward fold, going right back into it. Inhaling, lifting all the way up. There you go. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. These are our spinal rolls. Move very mindfully in these. If you feel you're getting a little bit dizzy, a little bit lightheaded, take it slower. Bending the knees, let the upper body just dangle over, and then as you inhale, your head is coming up last. Okay, so you want to get this wave-like motion in the spine. And if you want to go a little bit deeper into your back bend, you can interlace the fingers together and then open up the chest. All right, grab your blocks. We're transitioning yet again. It's how it goes in prenatal yoga. Create systems that work for us, challenge us, but then we take little breaks in between. So each block on the outside edge of your mat, we're going to do it in tall ways, placing the palms firm, making sure that they are nice and sturdy. Right foot comes to the center of your mat, and you're going to lift your back left leg. Okay, this is a supported warrior 3 posture. Let's just stay present for a few breaths here. Gaze is at the top of your mat, or about 2 feet in front of it, whatever serves you best. And then we're going to shift, so placing the left foot down, staying on the ball of the back of the left foot. Right foot comes in between the blocks. Inhale, Virabhadrasana A, Warrior 1, arms come up. And then turning the left heel down for heel to heel alignment. It's usually heel to arch, but in prenatal yoga, because we want to keep the hips open, we do heel to heel. Extending the right leg straight, getting a nice little reset, and then bending the right knee. Getting deep into the right quad here. Making sure you have a 90-degree angle in that front right knee. Very good. Inhale, reaching the right arm up, swinging the left arm behind you. Reverse warrior. Looks pretty. Feels challenging. Straightening that right knee, placing the hands back on your block. Getting a little bounce here to get momentum, to get that left foot up to meet your right. And then just doing a nice little forward fold, bending the knees, swaying the hips, getting a nice little reset pose. Remember, I told you at the beginning this is going to be a little bit more challenging. This is our last few weeks to do this. All right, second side. Left foot firmly planted on your mat. Right leg reaches up. Hands are nicely supported by your blocks. Dropping that back right foot down, staying on top of the toes, and then shifting the left foot in between the blocks. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, sinking into Virabhadrasana A, Warrior 1, heel to heel arch, heel to heel alignment. Bending into that left knee. We're doing great, and then we're going to open it up. So extending the arms out into warrior two. Inhaling. Present in the posture. Sweeping that right arm and grabbing the outside of your left hip. And then reaching the left arm up and over for a reverse warrior. Nice little twist here on the exhale. Sweeping that right foot up to meet your left. Forward fold. Getting a nice little dangle. Bending the knees, swaying the hips. It's our reset pose. And then inhaling to a flat back. Bending the right knee, bending the left knee. Lots of movements in our bodies now. It's really good to just keep the blood flow circulating consistently. Maybe doing a nice little yogi squat. Sitting the hip bones down, malasana, supported with your blocks, leaning forward. Feels really good in your inner groin area. And then we'll be setting the blocks off to the side, coming into our first downward facing dog of the class. If downward facing dog is not accessible for you, then you can come into a tabletop position. And then we'll all meet in child's pose, dropping our knees down, bringing our foreheads down to our mat. If our bellies are dangling a little too big, then we can bring a block or a blanket or a bolster underneath our chest and do a supported child's pose. Finding comfort in the posture. That is the goal. And resting, right? This is our resting pose. And it feels really good. So let us embrace it.